Welcome to Your Cochrane Right Now. This is a weekly podcast all about the best town in the world, Cochrane, Alberta. My name's Eric Ruddle. Your name's Lauren Meister.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, right? And pretty crazy news. Somebody just outside of Cochrane was caught going a little bit faster than everybody else.
Just a little bit. I don't see what the big deal is.
Exactly. He was in a hurry.
You never know what he was trying to get to. Like maybe his wife was in labor and he was trying to get really, really fast to go see her and meet the baby and be there on time. Like we don't know the backstory.
Yeah, because this guy from Kelowna in his fancy little Porsche going 270 kilometers an hour just outside of Cochrane.
Oh, that is crazy. Like how fast do you think you have ever been in a vehicle?
Oof. Down in the States, the speed limits are a little bit higher. And I think probably 140, 150. Maybe in my high school days, I've topped out at like 150 plus. But how about you?
Yeah, my husband.
This is on record.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like my husband has a heavy foot, so probably similar to that.
Yeah,
and not in my high school days.
Nice.
Not me driving though.
No.
I am Miss Safety.
Yeah.
So I think I've only ever had like one speeding ticket in my life, and that's from passing somebody and going over 100.
Nice.
And anyway,
yeah.
But 270. Most vehicles don't go that fast.
No, of course he was from BC, ooh la la, in his fancy 2011 Porsche. And I've done some math. How long do you think it would take you going 270 to get from the bottom of the big hill to Crowfoot? Going 270.
Ooh. Okay, let's think about that. 10 minutes.
4 minutes and 50 seconds.
No way.
Yeah. Going that speed. How fast do you think you could get from Sunset Ridge to Fireside going that fast?
1 minute.
25 minutes because of traffic. Do you like that setup?
That is, that's clever.
But yeah, this guy, I don't even know, because I've watched the Fast and Furious movies, like most men have. And a lot of the time, the cops say they don't even go for people going that fast because you can't catch them.
Yeah.
So that is my big question. How did the police even stop him?
Yeah, like I don't think that they used a spike belt or anything.
Man.
So obviously he was caught. They had radar, like photo radar, or like a radar to catch him. So we know that it was clocked at 270. But so you got to think like there was the guy on the cop on the side of the road who clocked him. But then if you're sitting there, are you actually just gunning it and getting up to 270? Or was there another cop waiting down the road who actually caught him? I don't know.
Maybe he's a law-abiding 270 Clay, and he heard the sirens way behind him. Oh, I better pull over. But like also, as we've learned, we work in the newsroom as well. Cochrane isn't the most exciting place to be an RCMP member, right? The crime isn't through the roof. So imagine sitting there with your gun. Oh, yeah, 110, 112, boom, 270. Like, my goodness, that's a story you're telling for the rest of your career.
Yeah, that is speedy. And also, was his car, like, I just think, like, too, at that point, is your car not starting to, like, vibrate a little bit?
Oh, yeah, right? And, like, this isn't a kid. He was 36 years old.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you'd maybe expect it from an 18-year-old, but this guy's pushing 40. Like, are you kidding me, buddy?
He wanted to see how fast he could go.
I guess.
And
Need
now,
for speed, right?
Now he's going to see how fast he can get to our court, because he's from BC, Kelowna, I believe. So I don't know if he lives there. He's going to have to come back to Cochrane.
Well, he's coming to Cochrane Court. Yeah.
And a lot of parents right now are living the lifestyle of late dinners or early dinners because sports are all the rage. Now, I've by design stayed out of the hockey world. I think it's insane. It is crazy. You are in the hockey world and you are noticing a trend of all the kids in Cochrane hockey. And what's that trend?
All the little boys, or a lot of them, they're rocking mullets. The mullet is back.
Why?
I don't set the trends. I'm not a trendsetter.
Like, we really have ran out of everything. Of course, a mullet, party in the back, business out front.
Yeah.
And like that's what the kids are
That's
actually.
what the kids are. Yeah, they are rocking them. And at first, I started really noticing it probably in the summer.
Right.
Actually, I was at Country Thunder in the summer, and that's really when I noticed even young men, like guys in their early 20s, who were rocking mullets and mustaches. And at first, I was like, "Is this a joke? Like, are we doing this to be silly?
Yeah, with your bros, right? Mustache and,
Yeah, but no, like this is the style now. Like we are full on mullets, and so my son, he's 9, and he plays hockey, and I'm seeing more and more at the arena. A lot of his friends have mullets, so my son, he needed a haircut yesterday, and he said to me, "Mom, I want a mullet." And we went to the hair cutting place, and I was thinking in my head, I'm like, how do I approach the hairdresser and ask her to cut a mullet for my son with a straight face? How am I going to do this?
Like it's almost like asking for a mohawk, right? Like something a little more out there.
Yeah. So I went up to her and I was like, my 9-year-old, he wants a mullet. And I was expecting her to kind of give me a weird face.
Yeah.
She didn't even flinch. She's like, okay. But she's like, just so you know, his hair's not super long yet, so it's going to be a bit of a transition. And then she went on and on. And so basically it's kind of like a transition to a mullet. So she's kind of shortened up the sides and the top, and the back is a little bit long, but we're still working on lengthening the back. So it's not a full-on mullet, but we're getting there.
You have to take just a ton of photos, right? Because this is totally screaming like, Mom, it's not a phase. Like, I need the mullet. Everyone loves the mullet. And then, like, he's getting married, and those are the photos.
Oh, 100%. Right? Because it's going to be the same thing, like we went through, right?
Yeah.
Is mullets are going to be super faux pas in, 10, 15 years. So did you ever have a mullet when you were a kid?
I've had, like, shoulder-length hair before.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could rock a mullet. My hair's really curly. I don't know. I think you have to be extremely confident. Like, is it past the point of being funny? That's my guess, right? Like, if you showed up to a normal, just like house party, cheese board on the table with a mullet and a mustache, is everyone like, oh, hey, how's it going, man? Oh, I love your haircut.
I think so. I think that we're getting there. I think so.
How about you? Women can rock mullets.
I think it's a little different for women.
No, Miley Cyrus has one. She's the coolest one out there.
Okay. I think it would depend on the haircut. I think if you just went straight for it, like for a woman, if you have like longer hair and you went straight to a mullet, that would be a tricky thing. I think if you went like transition towards it, that's a little bit different. And same for you. Like if you're going to be working towards your mullet, it's a slower process, and then people can adjust to it. It's like when you dye your hair a completely different color. You got to trust the process and go for it slowly.
Of the mullet. That's really interesting to me because, I thought that was dead in the water, but I guess we've ran out of every style and we're back to
mullets. So I think that's your goal for 2023. I think you need to work towards that. That and the mustache. So especially because you didn't get to experience it in the 90s because you weren't even born yet.
Oh, yes. No, I'm an 80s baby. 89 was a great year. But I guess that's taking over. And also taking over right now is just my kids coming home almost every single weekend. Hey, I got our birthday party. Hey, this and that. But this isn't the birthday parties that we grew up in, right? Like when I grew up, my mom would be like, pick something from Walmart within the $15 range, whatever it is, take it to the kids' party. You're probably running around outside. If it's snowing, you're in the basement. Mm-hmm. That's the party.
Yeah.
Have fun.
For sure. And I feel like if you were the one hosting the party, the parent, basically the parent would provide maybe hot dogs, maybe pizza.
Oh, the pizza parties, those were like high end.
Yeah, exactly. That was definitely higher end than hot dogs. And then like an angel food cake or like a cake from a box, maybe an ice cream cake.
Like McCain's, like chocolate brownie things.
Yes, that was always a thing. But there wasn't... there wasn't nonstop activities. There's not party themed snacks.
Oh my gosh.
None of that was a thing when we were kids. Now, birthday parties are just like the out of this world. They all have a theme. They all have loot bags that match the theme. It's nonstop activities. They have an agenda. Half the parties that my kids go to, I have to sign different consent forms too, because they're going to activities, right? Whether it's like rock climbing or wall climbing or swimming or whatever it is. Like there's all these consent forms. So no, it's like it's next level.
Oh, yeah. Like even this year, we were having my daughter has a summer birthday, and we brought in a face painter. And that was the big thing. And we're like, wow, we got away with under $200, which was a win. We were high-fiving. We're like, yes, that's awesome.
Really good.
But honestly, right, like these things are massive now, and you need to really put in the effort. Like even your kids are coming up, and you're getting something from Calgary shipped in for a big old party, and it's going to...
Oh, 100%.
These kids. Back in my day.
Oh, it's so true. Like even, my daughter, she's turning 7. So she wants a specific slumber party where you have individual tents. So it's like these individual teepees. They come and they ship them. They deliver them. They set them up for you in your living room. And you can pick whatever theme you want. So you can have like unicorn theme. You can have mermaid theme, cloud theme. There's even boy themes too. There's superheroes, whatever you want. But each girl has their own little teepee pod that they can sleep in, and it actually looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it looks incredible. It's just like slumber parties in my day. It's like you're lucky if you got a blanket,
right? Or like a soft place to sleep, let alone your own little pod to sleep in.
Exactly. Well, if be prepared. Birthday season. It is coming, and it is coming hard. That is everything going on in Cochrane right now. You can check this out on all your favorite podcast services and up on CochraneNow.com. Until next week for our spooky edition.
Ooh.
Talk to you later.